Alya, Kentucky, 1964.
There was one time a fine little town. We had down here, we had soda fountains, we had dentist's office, we used the clothing stores, we had a nice little bank, an emergency hospital. Over that bridge, 5 to 6 trains a day.
Those statistics are but the clothes and the buttons of the place.
We got 6 in this family. Let's load them up.
Alya's coal mine had closed. It sapped the spirit and stung the soul. Too tired, too broke, stubborn, strong, the people had moved on. They followed thousands of other out-of-work coal miners to the big auto plants up north. They heard that life would have a happy ending up there. That, too, melted away.
There is some irony in all these big car companies closing up shops, laying off Appalachian workers. Thousands who were set adrift during the 1950s came home to a new boom in the coal fields and found work. Brenda Brock lives up this creek a ways. She came back to see the place her parents left to follow the better life to Detroit. She fell in love with the beauty of the valleys and decided to stay.
Whose baby sometimes likes to look at pictures in a special book? Whose baby? Who's Mom's baby? Oh.
Every time I go back to the city, I couldn't even see the sky. And that was the most depressing thing to me. I couldn't imagine how people lived their whole life and never looked up and seen the things that I seen every day.
Brenda Brock seized fate by the throat. She went looking for a job back in the coal mines. Her parents think she's crazy.
They ask me why, and I even wonder why. Why am I here? How did I end up here? Out of all the kids in my family.
She didn't really long for another place. She longed for something within herself she did not have.
You can't walk.
Peace, solitude, a slower pace. Her work below is a trade-off for her life above. There are 3,000 women in coal mines today doing virtually every tough, grimy job others do. Brenda makes $12 an hour. But her newfound prosperity has not put her on easy street.
Okay, we got it.
But if it was clogged, Brenda Wade, if it was clogged, it would be coming out the holes right.
This motor's gonna burn up.
The morning we arrived, her coal furnace at home had broken for the 3rd time in as many weeks. It was 20 degrees. Her sister Tammy lives with Brenda.
I can't stand here and hold you.
They are raising their 2 children alone.
This is a very unportable dryer.
Brenda has worked underground for 5 years now. Worked even when she was 7 months pregnant.
I wasn't nervous about going underground. I was nervous because, well, all of the men. For a long time they kept saying, they're going to fool around and they're going to hire a bunch of women in here and they're going to get us everyone killed. And they kept saying that, and nobody never did get killed. Nobody never did get hurt.
But coal mining is a dangerous profession. There have been no deaths this winter at the mine where Brenda works, but 22 miners have died in the coal fields since November. Sadness seeps through the valleys.
I was never, ever afraid to go underground till I had my baby. And I was never afraid. Then all of a sudden when I had my baby, I was terrified to be there. Because all I could think about was I was all she had. See right up there? Right up there. Up there on the mountain. Sometime, when you get a little bit bigger and you can help Mommy, we're going to build us a house.
A dream can be under your feet as well as over your head.
Watch your step now.
For today, Bob Dotson, NBC News, Harlan County, Kentucky.